Hey everyone, so I just wanted to post a quick caveat, I guess, a little intro to these next series of videos. So in the first episode, so to speak, the first video, you'll see this started off as kind of a fabric reveal, project reveal, and then I went into a tutorial. Now, if those of you who don't know or just first tuning in to me, I am pretty new, especially with the sewing machine. My first project is this quilt right back here, and I did it by hand, and it took me I think 3 or 4 weeks, if I remember correctly. Anyway, but I have decided that I'm supposed to create some sort of business out of sewing. I named my company Sugar Bee Homestead Crafts. I feel like I'm supposed to be focusing on crafts for the home specifically, maybe even some bags for like, you know, marketing and storage and stuff like that. But anyway, so I am learning as I'm doing these tutorials. I'm not a professional. I am the opposite of a professional. I struggle my way through these videos. This is why it is called Are You Allowed to Cry, or Is Crying Allowed in Quilting, because this was really rough. And it probably would have been a million times easier if I wasn't trying to record it for YouTube. But I felt like I needed to do it. I needed to show my mistakes. There's not a lot of editing done in this. Most of the editing is just like to cut out time waste rather than to cover up my mistakes. Most of it's shown in there, but I will tell you there was a lot of technical issues in this, and I lost a lot of footage of me doing these things. So that is not me cutting it out or editing. That is just, I had so many problems. This was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare, and then it slowed my whole progress down to do anything else, to try and get my business, try and figure out what I want to do, how to do what I need to do, because I focused almost 2 weeks on this project, plus the time it's taking me to edit it, which has been a nightmare all by itself. So just wanted to caveat all of these videos. So I really appreciate your support if you choose to watch all of them. It's hard for me to watch as a novice. Like, I can't even imagine somebody who knows what they're doing, like, not cringing the whole way through. So as you can see, I'm like editing the video right here. So anyway, enjoy and wish me luck in the future, because this was rough, but I'm still gonna post it because I know somebody out there. So it's either gonna be beneficial, it's either gonna be a nice tutorial for you guys, or it's just gonna be entertainment. So either way, I'm going to put it up there. So anyway, I love you all and enjoy. Aloha. This is Mandy with Sugar Bee Homestead Crafts, and I am here with an exciting reveal. I've been waiting for this for weeks. Feels like months, but I think it's only been weeks. I ordered these table runner quilt kits from, I already forgotten the name, but from Block Party Quilt Company. And traditionally they run around $50, I believe, per kit. Everything is pre-cut for you, which is the thing that really got me excited about it, because I absolutely hate cutting fabric for projects, because I inevitably screw it up. And if it's something that doesn't require a ton of like very precise piecing, then usually I'm okay. But I've had whole projects destroyed because my pieces just didn't line up properly. So this, excuse me, got me really excited. They're about $50 per set, but they were offering this like 4-season combo kit or pack, I should say, for I believe it was $130. It's either $130 or $140, I can't remember exactly. So you saved a little bit of money by, maybe it was even less than that, I don't know. I just remember thinking like, what a great deal. I have to do it this way, so I'm saving money. Anyway, so it finally arrived yesterday, and I've been waiting to do this because one of them is for the 4th of July, and we are halfway through June. So I'm hoping this is going to be so easy I can bust it out in 1 to 2 days, depending on what I have going on in my life. But so I can get it up there. But anyway, I wanted to show you what I got before we put together the 4th of July one together. So anyway, the first one here, which will be the next one I do, this is the fall one. This is the pumpkin patchwork, and it has all these different pumpkins, obviously, as you can see here. And then the kit has everything pre-cut for you, including, which this does not happen with most quilt kits, the backing. Like, that was another thing that I was like, this is worth it. I don't have to cut it, and I don't have to order separate fabric for the backing. Like, literally everything is in here. So I'm not gonna, I'll take, when I go to do the 4th of July one, I'll take everything out so you can see it, but I don't want to destroy all these packages. But I do want to read you this note that comes in every package. We do our best to make sure that these kits are put together well. Every piece of fabric you need to make this should be in this package. If there is anything missing, anything miscut, or if you make mistakes on sewing it together, please reach out to us and we will take care of it. Happy Quilting, Brooklyn. So that is awesome. So it almost sounds like if you mess up and you need more fabric, that they'll hook you up or at least sell it to you for a good price. So anyway, so that is fall. And this is winter. This one's probably my favorite. This one's called Forest Dwellers, and it is gnomes and trees. That one's very cute. And these are the fabrics back here. Lots of green, obviously, and red. And it looks like there's some wood-like fabric in here, and then the gray backing, or background. And then we have some holly for the backing fabric. So that one's really adorable. That one's my favorite. And then this one's the Easter one. So when I got it, I knew it was gonna have crosses and hearts on it, but when I pulled the package out, the picture shows red, white, and blue, and I thought, well, that's an interesting color combination because here in America, that's traditionally 4th of July colors, right? So I was like, well, I mean, I guess you could do like God Bless America type of thing going on here, which is what this picture was probably going for. But I was kind of hoping more for traditional Easter colors. But so I turned it around and voila, there's your traditional Easter colors. So the colors just don't match the picture on the front, which is just dandy for me. So you got your creams and oranges, yellows, pinks, this cute striped fabric, and then the backing fabric is this really cute kind of it's kind of like a seafoam green with the polka dots on it, which is very reminiscent of Easter and Easter eggs. So that's going to be really cute. And then the one we will be working on together, I will actually be starting this today, so hopefully this will all go out together, is Patriotic Gnomes. And this is our 4th of July one, and it's, if you can see that, it's got the gnomes and some pinwheels in the middle. So I'm super excited about this, and when I go to unpackage this, we'll get to see everything together. So anyway, so far I am very excited about Block Party Quilt Company and what they have to offer here, and they just really take all the guesswork and all of the really annoying parts of quilting and quilt kits out of the picture. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So, and obviously there's a pattern in here as well. So anyway, so let's get quilting. Okay, so we had some technical difficulties and I thought I was recording the whole time and I wasn't. And so we are going to just kind of do a little recap. So we start with the hats. So I'll just read you the directions and what it says. Begin with making the hats. Well, I guess what I'll do, I already did the first part of a hat. So I'll just do another hat, start another one. Basically do all the hats anyway. So start with the stripy piece, 2 of the skinny pieces, and we're going to sew them to the long edges with a 1/4 inch seam. Normally it's right sides together, but this fabric, it is completely plain and I don't know if there is a right side. So right sides together, the 1/4 inch seam. And then when that's all done, you're gonna iron it out and then press the seams towards the hat so you can't see it through the white, obviously. And then we're going to sew this along the bottom edge, okay? So just pretend I already did it. Here it is, okay? And then we'll just go back to doing the bottom piece. Now I'm lined one of these sides up a little bit wrong, so we're going to do that as the bottom so I can cover up my very slight, like 1/16 of an inch oopsie, but you can very clearly see it. So I'm put that here, and I'm going to pin it this time so it doesn't slip like it did last time.
See, it already has. I don't know if this is gonna line up perfectly anyway, since if I did the seams wrong. Just a heads up, if this is your first time here, I am basically brand new with a sewing machine. I got this at Christmas time and I've used it a few times here and there, but I'm still learning. I started off my, not really a career, but I started this off hand sewing a quilt, and I enjoyed it so much I thought maybe I can try and make a living from sewing things. I have no desire to do clothing, but you know, I thought it would be fun to do decoration, decor as it is, maybe even some bags. I've done some wallets, eyeglass cases, all that stuff. So I find that fun. So I decided I need a sewing machine to do it professionally, or else it's just going to take me forever to do anything. So I'm still learning. I still make mistakes, as we all do, but mine just seem to happen more frequently. So anyway, let's see if I can do this without totally screwing it up. A little too close to my needle, or my pin there. Looks not even remotely straight, but hopefully it'll be good enough. Okay, so I'm going to press this open. Make sure I do it with going towards, actually this time it probably doesn't matter. Let me see what it says. No, it doesn't say which way to press this part, so maybe it doesn't matter. Since it's a dark fabric, you always go to the dark side, right? I am recording. Guess you'll be cutting this out.
I'm gonna go make pasta. Do you want any?
No, thank you.
You want any tomorrow?
Yeah, in my closet, top on the shelf on the right.
I didn't see your phone, so I didn't think you were recording.
All right, here we go. Actually, it goes like this. Okay, and then it says step 3 to make the bottom of the gnome. Start with sewing the feet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just do all my hats at once here, since I have it all out. It doesn't matter. If we do these ahead of time, it's better than going back and forth to me. So I'm just gonna do all these, and then I will meet you back here when it's time to do the feet. And I'll just teach you how to do SHTs for the feet, but we're going to do the feet and it looks like the face after this, so I will catch you when it's time for that. Hey everyone, so we had some crazy technical difficulties and it's been 2 days since I started this video, and thankfully, because of the way this tutorial works, there are 3 gnomes I have to build. I built one, and my cameras got it, or it didn't get it, or it was blurry, or there's no sound, or it's just so many things. I had 2 different cameras going, one for the sewing machine and one for the overhead view, and the overhead view, all of it was blurry. So anyway, thankfully, since there's 3 and one's done, I can just do the other 2, but I just wanted to explain why there's going to be some missing parts, and I will try and figure out what I've already done that I'm not going to be able to repeat on camera so I can explain it. So anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up. Crap happens and I'm trying to roll with it, but I am going to get this project done, and I'm gonna record it, and I'm gonna get it posted. So just gotta keep going. So anyway, let's go. Okay, so I finished all my HSTs, so half square triangles. the recording I made demonstrating the first step of these got ruined, but this is what they look like completed. Okay, and I'm added the smaller squares, so we're just gonna do a quick little demonstration on the bigger ones. So you're just gonna place them right sides together, okay? Then right down the center, you're gonna wanna draw this is gonna be your cut line. So you can draw it however you want. I like to draw my cut line. I have a tendency to get this mixed up and cut and sew the wrong spots. So a cut line, I like to do just like a dotted line, dash line, whatever you want to call it. And on either side of this, you're going to draw, or if you can eyeball it on your machine, you can do it however you want, but I'm not good at the eyeballing yet, and I always mess up my seam allowances, so I'm not taking any chances. So you're going to draw 1/4 of an inch from that line, and since this is my sew line, I'm going to keep it straight so I don't get them mixed up. You can do it the other way around if that makes sense to you, or do whatever, different colors, like whatever works in your brain. Maybe you don't have mental issues like I do and forget what you're supposed to be doing. So you're going to take this over to the sewing machine, and you're going to sew on these 2 lines. And then when you're done sewing, you're going to cut along the dotted line. I'm not going to take that to the machine and do it because then I'll have to take this apart. So just when you're done, I'll show you what I did actually get recorded for that part, so you'll see some of it. But so we'll cut over to that, and then we'll be right back after these are done. So I am chain sewing these, so I'm just going through. This one chain got broken because I messed up, but hopefully we'll be able to keep this going here. So you don't have to cut in between each one, you just keep sewing. Top the line there. That looks like I'm okay. Okay, no biggie if you mess up. You can just, since I caught it, just cutting the chain here so these pieces are still connected. Cut this. Just 2 stitches basically, so I can fix it easy peasy. This one's like really crooked anyway, so these are not gonna be pretty. Damn it, just did it again. There we go. Wow, that wasn't even close. You know, before I had the camera on, I was doing so good. finger literally got stuck in the needle. It was actually a little scary. Trying to get my threads like all twisted around it, and I literally got my finger jammed in the needle. Sometimes, I'm just gonna rethread it. Sometimes I wonder why I chose this as a hobby when I am so accident prone. And there's so many sharp things everywhere. Probably not the best hobby for me. Okay, that's fixed. Let's see if I can actually line this up right. See, my problem is my needle is not where I can actually see it in the gap of the foot. I just discovered a little mark on my foot. Maybe that's what this is. See, it's not. Okay. That's the problem. Okay, I think I got it. Close enough. A little bit wide. He's gonna have misshapen feet probably, but at least I got it. Okay, so if I did this right, we should be able to cut up this line, and then we have 2 feet. I can already tell by looking at the back that it's like misaligned right here, but let's give it a whirl and see how we did. Do this with a rotary cutter too if you want, but I didn't want to get up and go back to my mat yet because my iron's right here. All right, so if you did it, then you got 2 triangles. So I did it. They're probably not perfect, but it's good enough, right? This is going to be the good enough table thing. Can't remember what it's called right now. Table runner. Okay, anyway, so then when you're done, you open them up and you press them before you trim them. So it said something in there about before you trim them to check something, but I'm gonna go back to the book and see what that said. Get all my threads off of here. And then the other one, so this one looks like it might be a little bit smaller since I didn't do it perfectly. It said to trim it to 2 inches. All right, we got these done and we cut the dog ears off. Once again, that was recorded earlier, but so you're just gonna take your ruler and whichever ruler you wanna use. These are supposed to be 2 inches, it said, so just and then square off your dog ears and cut them off to make sure that you're keeping this 2 inches. Okay, so now we have those done. We're gonna take our beard material, okay? And what it says to do, this is really interesting. You're gonna put them in, put it on the corners of the squares, backwards, right sides together again, and you wanna make sure the blue stars are pointing at each other or closest to each other, however you wanna look at it. So the white is up and the blue is down. Okay, so you're going to take these guys and you're gonna draw a line perpendicular to your seam. So basically just right down the center. Sorry, this ruler isn't working very well. Once again, if you don't feel the need to draw and you're good enough to just go draw or sew a straight line down the center of this, then go for it. This is going to have to be flipped the other way. Okay, so now you're going to put these back on here, going the right way. Line them up best you can. It looks like my HSTs aren't super perfectly square. Just do your best. Try and get your lines to match up with the edges. Okay, so now you're gonna go to your machine and you're gonna sew a line on each side of these, like that, okay? Okay, here we go. So, we have to put these on here diagonally. Whichever way works best for you. I need my glasses. All right, that's better. Okay. I'm actually gonna move this guy. Okay. I don't know, it doesn't say anything about back stitching. I like to back stitch everything if I can, just to make it more secure. All right, so we did that on that end, so I'll show you later. So we're gonna do the next one. Make sure your blue is facing your blue. Okay, so this one is definitely not square, so we're gonna do our best here. Okay, trim your threads and we'll go back over to the cutting mat. All right, so we got those on. So you're going to take it and fold it down so that these are his little feet right here. And it's funny, this one like went over, and this one's like not long enough. It says put them on the corner, closest together, stitch along the line to attach these pieces to the bottom of the beard piece, open. To be sure the placement is correct, then trim off the excess fabric 1/4 of an inch away from the new seam. So while this one is definitely not perfect, is when we attach it along the edges and the sides, it'll probably end up covering up this mistake anyway. So if you are a perfectionist and you made a mistake and you want to fix it, go for it. I'm not going to. So we're going to trim the bottom piece off, is what they're referring to, with 1/4 of an inch off, and then, or left, and then this is going to get folded down, and those become his feet. Okay, so yeah, you want to trim off the underside of this. You can cut it or do whatever. I'm just gonna do my rotary cutter. Just make sure you're not cutting his beard with it. Okay, so now we're gonna go and iron this down. Make sure that it doesn't really matter. It says dark to, it doesn't matter. So just, yeah, we're gonna go put this down. So something else you can do also, since, I don't know if you can see this, let me zoom in and show you. So there's a little bit of gray showing here and a little bit going here on the bottom, and then this one's going over. So you could even it out. It probably really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna leave it for now because the next step is to take the two trim pieces here, background fabric, and we're going to sew it to the sides like so. Get it? I'm so punny. Okay, so we're just gonna sew this to the sides like this and then flip it out and iron it. I might need to replace my bobbin pretty soon. Okay, let's try this. There we go, much better. Should probably pin it next time though, because I did take off to the left. Okay, so we're gonna do this side. I'm gonna pin it. This is the side that was a little bit short, so it'll look fine on this side because it's, oops, not there. Because it's gonna be covered up by this thing. It's just the bottom. Okay, pin that poorly. Just the bottom is gonna be, actually it might not be that bad either. I don't know, we'll see, it doesn't matter. that was less than a quarter, but whatever. Okay, we're gonna trim this up and we'll go back over to the cutting mat and see what actually the next step is to press this out like so. I already know what the next step is, so we're not gonna leave. So you're gonna press this out. So let's do that really fast. So looks like my fabric ripped, so that's lovely. Okay, so this is down. Let's see what I'm doing. You got the feet and the beard. I'll go over on this side. There you go. Got the feet and the beard and the background done. Okay. Now we're gonna grab our hat. Okay, and we're just gonna do right sides together again, the top of the beard to the brim of the hat, the stars, okay? This one I'm gonna pin the heck out of because I don't wanna mess it up. I don't know if it helps or not, but I like to pin my stuff. Like when I know I'm gonna be sewing on this line, I like to pin over here as far as I can, so I don't have to remove it. But I feel like sometimes the fabric is bunching and gets bunched, or it's so far away from where I'm sewing, it doesn't help, it still slides, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, here we go. I just stabbed myself. All right. This one looks like I started this a little bit too far off the edge here, so I'm gonna put a couple stitches in here. All right. And then we're going to go press it. Oops. You can see my stitches. What did I do? Well, that's not good. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see my stitches coming out. So no idea what caused that. Please let me know in the comments what caused that if you know, but and they're all loose in the back too. So I'm gonna redo this. All right, got that done this time. Now we're going to go over and iron it, press it down to the dark side again. All right, let's go back over to the table. All right, so we got it done. Just a little tip, because I messed this up. So you get to learn from all of my mistakes in this video. So I didn't line up this background fabric with this one perfectly, so the seams are misaligned a little bit. I honestly don't think it's gonna be super noticeable when it's on the table runner, but I noticed it, so it's hopefully won't be that big of a deal. So I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know. It's still a little, I ironed it too. It's still a little, needs to be flattened out a little bit better. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the nose. So it came with 4 different colors of noses. I used the dark brown one already. So we're just let's do the lightest one this time. And so it says to, take one of them and trim a small section off about 1/4 at the widest point to make a straight edge. The widest point doesn't really make sense to me because the widest point of a circle, I would imagine, is in the middle. So I don't think you want to cut it that far up. So I just did a 1/4 inch or a little bit more. So yeah, 1/4 inch would be like right there. So I did a little bit more than a 1/4 inch. It doesn't really matter. You can make the nose as big or small as you want. So the more you cut off, the smaller it'll be. But I'm gonna do about 1/2 inch. Okay. So now you have this flat piece on the top here. And it says to place the straight edge 1/4 inch below the seam between the gnome's beard and the brim of his hat. So that's right here. So place the straight edge, and you're gonna do it with his nose up like this. So put it down here. Make sure you're kind of lining it up so it's centered, right, with this straight line. So 1/4 of an inch would be about there, okay? Oh, you're gonna pin it. So a straight line on the circle directly over the seam. So the seam's like right there. So if you want to, once again, if it's easier, you can draw your line there so that you can see it when you're sewing. So this is right on the seam. Okay. Then you're going to flip it down and press it, and then you're going to repin it, and then you're going to do an applique stitch around it. So you can do that however you want. You can do it on the sewing machine, you can do it by hand. I did my last one by hand. It's right here. So I actually made it kind of, I did a blanket stitch with the same fabric color. It's almost identical, you can barely see it, but with the fraying fabric, and the ladder stitch, it actually made his nose look a little fuzzy, I guess. So I'm gonna try, I haven't tried doing it on the sewing machine, so I might try it on this one. So, and if I can't do it, then I'll just do it by hand again. So I'm gonna go sew this, and then we'll flip it down, and yeah, and then figure the rest out from there. All right, here we go. His nose, I sewed the strip right here, flipped it over, and pressed it, and there he is. He's got a nose. So that is basically the end of the gnome. I'm gonna iron this out a little bit better and then do the applique part myself. I might, but yeah, that's basically it. And then you do this 3 times. So we got these 2 here, and move it up a little bit, and then yeah, so there's these 2 guys, and then we'll do 1 more, and then we can move on to the pinwheels.
Sugar Bee, like and subscribe!